Alrighty, YouTube. Today I want to talk about an anime that I watched that I thought got a lot better after the first season, which is Jujutsu Kaisen. The first season of Jujutsu Kaisen kind of felt slow to me, and I don't mean like, oh, it wasn't full with action. Like, it had the action, but it felt like your basic shonen anime plot of character, like, gets magic and then wants to be cool person. And like, I don't know, I just was not so intrigued. The first season had some interesting characters, that's for sure. I did enjoy the characters, and the arcs that the characters went on were also quite interesting. But for the most part, the first season felt like it kind of dragged on longer than I wanted it to. I did not care about the second half. I kind of cared about the first half, but the second half of it was absolute garbage, where it was like kind of like a excuse for a tournament arc. Like, you should have just said it was a tournament arc and not, like trying to make this roundabout way of like, but it's not technically a tournament arc. Trust me, it's just kind of a tournament arc. Like, it just felt stupid and like kind of out of place. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And so immediately after season one, I was a little put off of Jujutsu Kaisen. I was a little like, do I want to watch more? And so my OCD brain said, yeah, we're finishing everything I've ever started. So I watched more Jujutsu Kaisen. I watched the movie, and not even 10 minutes into the movie, I was like, wow, much, much better than the first season. Even the movie, we haven't even I haven't even started talking about season 2 yet, but the movie immediately upgraded from what season 1 had done and took it to like a whole other level with better animation, crisper visuals, cooler fight scenes, and just a plot that I actually cared to follow, that I thought was really interesting. I liked the characters. I liked what things did. And I genuinely was like, wow, this is good. Whereas the first season, I was just so uninterested in everything. And everything just kind of felt forced and basic and typical. But second season really took a different spin on things that really had me going, this is really good. And, after watching the movie, I was like, wow, that Jujutsu Kaisen Zero can't get much better for your typical shonen, right? Enter season 2, where nothing that anybody would have ever expected from the shows like is gonna happen. Like, if you had expectations of like, oh, this looks like a basic shonen, 2 is gonna slap you across the face and say, no, 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 I'm not a basic shonen. It's gonna start absolutely tweaking. It's gonna start doing some crazy things, and the plot is going to be freaking insane. But that's why season 2 is so good. So many things that are just out there are just gonna happen. And like, in season 2, like, I went into it expecting basic shonen, and I walked out with tears and crazy scenes that scarring for anybody who thought that this was just gonna be a basic shonen. It was amazing, but it took so many turns that I did not expect, that was like a wowie type of deal, like a I didn't see that coming, or a I didn't see that character dying, or like, it just numerous times your emotion, it was a freaking roller coaster. It was like freaking you'd start being freaking hype, and then it freaking plummet you into a depression, and then it'd give you more hype, and then it'd be like, man, screw you, plummet you into a depression, and it just kind of recycles and repeats that cycle, and you just keep freaking tweaking, and until the end of the season, when you're freaking mentally having a seizure in the back of your chair, you're just gonna think, wow, that was good. I gave Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 a 9 out of 10. I gave Jujutsu Kaisen 0 a 7 out of 10. And I gave Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 a 4 out of 10. I didn't like season 1. But I really think that this show is worth your while. If you haven't already seen it, please, for the love of God, go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It's the first season, in my opinion, drags, and it's not that interesting. Now, if it's like one of your first anime, you're going to be blown out of this world. You're going to be friggin', your mind's going to be exploding. But if you've seen some other anime before, you're going to be like, oh, I know this plot. This makes sense. Trust me, when you get into the movie in the second season, things start becoming unique to just Jujutsu Kaisen. Things start tweaking, and I think you're really going to like it. And just the absolute madness that the second season is, with like, freaking, you're gonna lose your mind. I mean, even the end of the second season was like it's one of those ones where it like plays the end credits and you don't skip them. You just kind of have to just take in the thoughts. You just have to sit there and be like, wow, that was a season. That was good. That was peak, if I might add. It is so good. If it wasn't for the second season, being so critically acclaimed, I don't know if I would have ever come back and watched this show. Eventually I would have because, OCD. But I don't know if I ever would have just, decided today's the day I'm going to go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It probably would have been put off for so long. But I heard so many good things about the second season that I just kind of had to watch it. And I'm very glad I did. And I definitely recommend that you guys go and watch it. I don't really have a lot more to talk about this video. Jujutsu Kaisen, really good. First season, not as good. It really picks up second season. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.